Hi, this is Jeff Wellman from RapidCashMarketing.com, and we're going to be talking about getting started online. What are your goals? We've talked previously about proper planning and preparation to get started, but what are your goals? Setting proper goals, both short and long term. This is a must for your success. You've got to set goals. You need to state your goal clearly and in positives. Stop writing all these negative things out. Your goals have got to remain positive. So state your goals clearly. You're going to have to exactly what's going to go on and in positive. You set your goals to achieve clarity. Think of the pitch debt consolidation companies use, which is small, manageable monthly repayments. When we go to get consolidate our debt, the debt companies are like, we're going to help you make this, these small, manageable monthly repayments, and we buy right into that because we're like, oh, I can do that. Instead of this huge payoff thing that you've got and that you're struggling to make, you consolidate into small, manageable monthly repayments. And that's the way we want to be thinking about when we're setting goals. Is they need to be small and manageable, maybe daily, monthly, or whatever, to reach that long-term goal. We're going to be setting the long-term goal, but we want short, small, manageable, daily goals that we can reach to help us get to that long-term. Identify all the resources available. This is essential to you for reaching your goals. Identify all of the essential resources and check if you have them. For example, you'll need a certain amount of money. Not a lot to get started, not a lot to get it started and stuff. You can get started online fairly reasonable. Domain names, $10, hosting, $10 a month, autoresponders, you can get it for $1 trial from aweber.com, or you can, which is going to be like about $20 a month after that. And they have plans that you can further, but you kind of go in steps getting up, go into that. But it's going to take a little bit of money to get started. Do you have that? As far as time, do you have time? What amount of time do you have? Make sure that you know the time that you have and set that time aside and schedule that time so that you can be the most productive that you can be during the time that you actually have. How is your health? Is your health going to be an issue? Is it going to stop you from getting to where you want? Or what about the health of your family members and stuff? Be looking at all the resources that you have. Health is a big resource. Interest. Do you have the interest to actually, get going on what you're doing? Are you really interested in, or are you doing this out of frustration and like a last minute effort to actually to get some money or something? Make sure you have all the resources available. Be honest about what you need to do and what you can and can't do yourself. In order to get where you want to go, you have to know how to get there. Determine and list, write out your strengths and weaknesses. This is going to go back to planning and preparation. You're going to need to plan, prepare for getting going online. You need to know exactly what's needed, and you're going to have to write out the strengths that you have to going to help you get these things accomplished, and the weaknesses. You're going to concentrate on the strengths because that's where you're going to excel at. You're going to succeed with your strengths. The weaknesses, you're going to get frustrated because let's say you can't do the technical things. That's a weakness. Sure, you can strive to learn those or whatever, but would it be easier for you to outsource this to somebody that enjoys doing the technical thing, and you can spend just a little bit of money to actually get it set up quicker so that you can move forward? Formulate a daily improvement plan. This is the most important step of the goal setting process. Now ask yourself, what can I do on a daily basis to work toward reaching my goals? You've got this goal set in front of you. Now we're going to break it down into small steps. What can I do each day to help me reach this goal? Maybe you set out your daily goal. You break it down into a daily goal. And now you go, okay, this is my goal for the day. What is it that I can do to help me get this goal? What are the things I cannot do to help that's going to fail at making me reach this goal? Those are the things you're not going to want to do during that day. You're going to want to have somebody else do those things. Outsource those things. So ask yourself, what can I do on a daily basis to work toward reaching my goal? Those are the things you want to do. Make and work on a short-term goal make and work on short-term goals, your long-term goal may take a long time to reach, perhaps months or even years. That is not a positive thing to be thinking about. We get frustrated and we don't see results when we're just concentrating on the big picture. If we're just concentrating on making $50,000 a year, that's not a positive thing to be thinking about. Yeah, it'd be great to have 50,000, but if you don't know how to make that yet, if you're not there yet, you're going to get discouraged trying to get there. You need to stay both positive and motivated to set short-term goals to reach for throughout this time. So make and work on short-term goals. Achieving short-term goals will give you feedback and it'll show progression towards your long-term goal, which is so important. Make your short-term goals action-oriented, as all goals should be. Each goal that you have, there's got to be some action to help reach there. Make them action-oriented. Use words, that are action-oriented when you're writing down your goals. But achieving short-term goals will give you feedback, and it's going to show you progression. It's going to say, as it's going to be able to say, okay, well, that didn't work so good. I need to do some adjusting. Or man, I really am good at that. I better, maybe that's one of the things that I need to be doing on a more of a regular basis. But it's also going to show you progression toward that long-term goal. Make them achievable, but not so easy that you do not feel any sense of accomplishment when it is achieved. What we're saying here is pretty self-explanatory, but you're not going to want to make these goals so hard that you can't even make it. So if you set a goal one day and you didn't accomplish it, look back. Was it too hard for you to accomplish? Did you procrastinate? What, didn't have enough time? What was it? Look back at it and say, why didn't I make that goal? And then adjust a little bit. Make sure that you can achieve those goals, but don't make them so easy that you're like, shit, that was nothing. If it gets to that point, challenge yourself a little bit more to make it a little bit harder. Maybe add a little bit more to your plate the next day. Commit to your goals. You must commit. It's easy to say you're going to do something. Actually doing it is another story. This is one of the biggest problems. People say, I'm going to do this, but they never actually do it. How many times have you made a New Year's resolution? How many times did you actually go through with it? Keep reminding yourself to enjoy your journey along the way. Now, continually be monitoring your progress. I like to get a whiteboard or a dry erase board. Now, each day, do you see yourself getting closer to your ultimate goal? Are your plans and goals actually working, or do they need some adjustment? So get yourself a whiteboard, write out your goals, even if it's your daily one, maybe your weekly goals on that whiteboard. Every time that you get something accomplished, cross it off. And what this is going to do is going to show you that you're accomplishing things and you're getting closer to the ultimate goal. So you'll see yourself getting closer to that weekly goal that you set for. And eventually you're going to be seeing yourself getting closer to that long-term goal. And make adjustments along the way. If things aren't working, adjust. Continually be writing down each of your small successes and lessons that you will be learning along the way. Chart your progress. You need to be able to visually see how far you've come and how much closer you are to your goals in times when it seems like you're not getting anywhere. Remain positive. There's going to be days that you're just going to want to pull your hair out. You're not feeling like you're getting anywhere. But if you chart your progress, if you've got it all written out, you can look back and go, wow, I really am getting somewhere. Look at all I have accomplished and stuff. Remain positive. Now, if you wouldn't have charted all this out, you're going to look back and go, man, what have I done? Man, sitting there trying to remember. Chart it all out so that you can actually see that you're getting somewheres. If you're still having problems with goal setting and want to learn more, go to ehow.com. It's a great place to go. Type in, how do I set goals for success? You'll get all sorts of results that will teach you a little bit more on goal setting. All right, this is Jeff Wellman, and I want to thank you on behalf of myself and my partner, Paul Counts, for joining this Rapid Cash Minute. I hope you enjoyed it. There's so much more that we can be teaching on goal setting. We'd love to be helping you out. Join us at rapidcashmarketing.com. Thank you for joining us.